More vaccine availability, more vaccines being administered, more optimism as we continue to turn the tide on COVID in Colorado and around the country, frankly. The state moved to phase 1B4 on Friday, allowing another 2.5 million people in the state to qualify for a vaccine, including essential workers like restaurant, postal, public transit, and local government. The next level will be to allow the general public to qualify. That's expected sometime in mid-May. For now, however, patience is still the key, as supply and demand will dictate when you can receive a vaccine. Speaking of which, the governor in Colorado Springs this week has the new community vaccination site opened at the World Arena with the goal of providing up to 6,000 doses every day. The Vice President, Kamala Harris, in Colorado this week, touting the latest stimulus package as the first checks totaling $1,400 deposited in accounts around the country. The administration meeting their goal this week of 100 million doses of the vaccine distributed in the first 100 days of Joe Biden's presidency. We also heard from former President Trump this week, urging people to get vaccinated, deeming them safe and effective. The CDC on Friday announced new guidelines for social distancing in schools, shrinking the space from 6 to 3 feet, with masks and other preventative measures still in place for elementary school students. The 6-foot recommendation will remain in effect for now at middle and high schools. Now, the only real downside news this week, the state health department reporting that they believe that at least 30% of new cases of COVID that they're investigating stem from the overseas variants of the virus and are conducting much more random testing across the state. Boy, do we have a busy week ahead for you. Another community vaccination clinic that'll open up at the state fairgrounds in Pueblo, a third in Commerce City on Monday. State Health Department implementing new COVID dial guidelines on Wednesday, allowing more discretion for counties to relax current restrictions based on cases, vaccinations, increased capacity depending on the color level. A push, frankly, to more quickly move the state's economy forward now. Also on Monday, the Summit on Pikes Peak will be shut down for 2 months as the push to finish the new Summit House complex moves forward. Now, this is going to impact the ability for you to drive or hike to the top for now. Our political reporter, Allison Zimmerman, begins a series of discussions during the noon hour each day with the candidates running for Colorado Springs City Council. On Wednesday, Elizabeth Watts, she'll introduce us to 2 female entrepreneurs opening a new vet clinic here in southern Colorado and what the pandemic has taught them and how these moms, wives, businesswomen are juggling it all. Our Colette Bordelon working on a Colorado Springs cold case. 28-year-old Clinton Sutton disappeared 5 years ago. Now his mom is speaking to News 5. She believes someone knows something. She believes there are new leads for law enforcement. News 5 investigates with more on a woman who qualifies for a specialized state program that's supposed to find employment and then pay disabled people. Well, she's not received her payments. Our Eric Ross is on the case. And finally, the Paralympic Museum in downtown Colorado Springs opens back up with extended hours as we continue to push forward and rebound during the pandemic. Always watching out for you, I'm Rob Quirk.